You're looking for an easy way to clean your cookware? I want to show you a potent powerhouse, and it's probably in your pantry. Believe it or not, it's tomato paste. Now, I have seen this circulating around as a method for cleaning your pots and pans. You just use tomato paste. Now, this is a brand new can, so we're gonna open it. We're only gonna use a little bit just so we can salvage the rest of this. All right, get some of this tomato paste out of here. I'm gonna add it to a little bowl, and then I'm using a scoring sponge. This is like that rougher, tougher sponge. When I got this from the store, it comes in like one big sheet. I just cut it in half so I don't have to waste the whole thing just for a cleaning job. I really only need a small piece like this. So that's a good way you can kind of get double the life out of them. That aside, I'm gonna get this a little wet. Now, the trick is it's just a little water and some tomato paste. So I'm gonna take a good healthy dose of this, and instead of cooking with it, we're cleaning with it, and just rub this on. Now you can let this tomato paste set in here. Tomato paste is acidic, so I think that's what's really working here. So we'll let that sit on there. But tomato paste is supposed to be a powerful cleaner to just get rid of all this gunk. Holy moly. It really is doing it. I'm just using light pressure, and I can see it's already eating away at some of all this gunk that's built up on here. This is, you know, really years of oils and just burnt on crustiness, and it's really not taking any effort at all. You know, sometimes you're like, oh, I cook and eat with tomato paste, and it's just cutting right through this grease. Maybe I'll just eat a whole spoonful of this stuff. But really with no effort, it is just taking away a lot of the grime off of this pan. Wow. Now this has been built up over time, so it's not just gonna erase super easily, super quickly, but really very light pressure. It's just eating through everything, and I can see it coming up. Now the bottom of our pan's not really necessary to clean them that intensely. It's nice if you wanna freshen up a pan. Maybe you got a secondhand pan. I always say, you see an ugly pan at a secondhand store, but it's still in good shape, just take it home. There's always a cleaning method to restore it, and now you have a like new pan. I'm gonna rinse this off. Stains build up in layers, so you definitely need to clean in layers. Don't expect any cleaning project to be effortless and foolproof. It's usually not that way, but it does just take a little time and patience. Doesn't take long, but just takes a little effort. Of course, there's all those specialty cleaning products to restore stainless steel, to restore your pots and pans. What I love about this tomato paste is it's something natural. It's something we can eat. It's not a chemical. It's not super abrasive, so it's gonna be gentle, but just the chemistry, just the acidity of that tomato is doing a great job. So this is a cleaner you can feel good about. Now, what's great is usually I have like a can of tomato paste that's been sitting in the refrigerator for weeks, so maybe you don't wanna use it to cook with. Pull that out and clean up with it. Polish up your stainless steel with it. If you have an expired can, now tomato paste usually lasts just about forever, lasts so long in the pantry, but you know, those cans expire. Don't throw it out. Just put a note on it, write on it, say this is your cleaning tomato paste now. There's even expired tomato paste you can use to clean. I like the tube kind that you keep in the refrigerator, and sometimes I let that go bad by accident just because I don't have another use for it. So now you have another use for it. Oh, you can already tell. This is like incredible. Get your pots and pans out, look in your pantry, get some tomato paste because this is so cool. Now I did get gloves to do this, but clearly I forgot to put them on. So here we are. I'm gonna have tomato hands all day now, but it was worth it. I was too excited and I wanted to jump right into this cleaning project because look at this magic. Oh, layer by layer, we're breaking this down. Layer by layer, we're cleaning this up. And this is one of the more tougher jobs to scrub away. I've done this with baking soda. I've done this with hydrogen peroxide. I've done this with Barkeeper's Friends. And yes, those are all good, effective solutions, but I'm just gonna add tomato paste to my cleaning supplies now because this is doing a fantastic job, and it's a cleaner I can feel good about. It's non-toxic, and I really haven't used much. I use probably about a tablespoon. A little goes quite a long way. Give me a minute. I don't mind messy fingers, but it's starting to get real chunky and gross. This is what I meant to do from the beginning. This is what happens when I do this in real time. I forget, I just, you know, here we go. Gloved up properly this time. A little dollop of our cleaner of choice today. What I love about this is there's always options. You always have an option for a cleaner. You don't have to just keep those harsh abrasives, those harsh chemicals around. There's always another solution. Just doing nice little circles on the pan. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure. We're just breaking down all of this buildup layer by layer, just erasing the past, restoring. This is when cleaning can be therapeutic, can be meditation, it can be a process, a journey. We go from a dirty pan to a clean one, and through that journey, we discover new things. This is when I want to be done, when there's like only a few little bits left, and I'm like, okay, come on. Tomato, also good for skunk smell. I remember my grandma telling me that as we grew up, there was always skunks on my grandparents' farms. Growing up on the farm, we had skunks everywhere, and we always had tomato juice around. Never happened to me. I think it did happen to the dog, and having to get a bath in tomato sauce. So tomato sauce, who knew? Good for all sorts of things. I'm gonna show you this. So like this section, just a little bit left, like an eraser. What the hey? This is wild, wild. Whoa, whoa, ah! I'm trying out new things. I don't want to admit this. This has literally been sitting in the shelf for like 8 months. I bought a cleaning drill and just never used it. So I was inspired to use it for this. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit more of our cleaning paste. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is insane. I feel like this is gonna splatter all over. I need a smock. Oh, it's really working though. It's getting that grime. This is nice. The RPMs on this thing is ridiculous. I bought this thing to clean a shower and then just never used it. But now I know, this thing's pretty awesome. Now I will say, it's good for general cleaning, but like if you wanna focus on one little detail spot, maybe by hand's the method. But this is quite satisfying to just stand here and just... Do you remember what this looked like in the beginning? Editor? Yes. Gross, hideous. And now, oh my gosh, I can see the bottom. I could put this back in the box and like return it. I don't have the receipt though, so I don't know if I'll get my money back. Not that I've ever done distance running, but I feel like this is what marathoners feel like. They're like almost there. I can see the finish line. Just get me there. I use and abuse my cookware, but that's why I cleaned it up after every use. Well, clearly not, because it's this messy. But I don't even know how this got this bad over time. I'm usually good at cleaning up the inside if something scorches or scores on the inside, but the bottom, I'm usually like, you know, it's who's looking at the bottom of your pans. But this is a good example of maybe you're doing a post-big family meal cleanup or just your spring cleaning. I usually like to designate a few times a year to do some deep cleaning on maybe one area of my house. So like say you devote a day or a few hours on a weekend to just clean up your pots and pans, reorganize your kitchen, just kind of take on small tasks. So this can be one of them. If you do seasonal cleaning tasks, if you break it up over the year, these individual tasks won't be that tough, won't be that hard. Absolutely incredible. With tomato paste? You kidding me? Tomato paste. I'm gonna go shopping and be like, oh, I'll take you to the store, get some cleaning supplies, and never step in the cleaning aisle. Straight to the pasta. Give me all the canned tomato. So this tomato paste, it's turned really dark brown now. It's not the bright red. I do think you want to keep reapplying it because I think this tomato paste just like soaks up a lot of that oil, a lot of that grime, and it's just not as effective. So when I reapply, it tends to work a little bit better. So maybe keep trying to reapply it a little bit here and there. Let this be proof that tasks that you thought were impossible are possible with the simplest ingredients and the simplest of methods. You might think I swapped these for new ones. You might think I cheated, but these are the same pans. These look incredible. That is crazy. And you can use it a little on the inside too, so I give the inside a little scrub just to polish and clean them up. But these look shiny, beautiful. Like this is a complete transformation. Just with some tomato paste and a little elbow grease and a little bit of time. That's all it took to restore these pans. Perfect cleanup project. Ah, I'm being blinded. I see it's reflecting light all over. They're too shiny. I can read the words on here again. I didn't even know there were words on there. Oh, it says how many quarts this holds. I would have never known because it was covered up with gunk. Now I can read it again. Look at that glimmer. Look at that shine.